Thank you, everybody, for being patient with us. I know it's been a minute. My name is Christopher Velona.
I'm secondhand Steve.
And welcome to our show called
A Man's Journey.
That's right. And it's been a few weeks since you guys have seen us. We've been on hiatus and taking some time off and just doing
life.
Okay.
And life's doing us.
That's right. So we've had a really a good time, and now we're back, and we have a really great guest here for you. We have the one of the, I guess, I don't know how to
use your words. Use your words.
I'm just impressed with this man. I get all tongue tied and stuff. So it's
we got one of the good guys.
Yeah. So today we're interviewing Tim Smith, who's one of the owners at Agape Village here in the lovely city of Santa Clarita. And Agape Village is an adult day program that helps special needs families and rare disease families like us. We're happy to say that we are committed to summer school as well as the fall and spring semester. So we're extremely excited to have Tim join us today. So
welcome, Tim.
Yeah, welcome, Tim. How you doing today?
Thank you. Doing good, guys. Doing good.
All right, good. So you can hear us okay?
Yes, I can hear you guys good.
I really like that shirt. When am I going to get one?
Yeah.
I like that lion. Look at that. Nice.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Did you design that shirt?
Yeah, the logo, and I mean we went from the beginning with first we still had some students that needed to graduate, so we kind of went with a mascot type image, and nothing better for a faith-based program than the Lion of Judah.
Well, I'll tell you something you don't know, Tim.
Sure.
As Sebastian's aging out of public school, Chris went around and took a look at some places for a program for his son. And I remember when he returned after going to your place, he had nothing but good things to say. It was not just from what he saw and heard, it was a feeling. And so you're doing something right over there. And what got you into this type of program for people like Sebastian?
All right, now wait a minute. We're going to get into that to a minute.
I can't wait.
Well, I'm just telling you, we gotta ramp up this guy. He's got quite the resume, dude. He's not just some yokel with like a vision. This guy's got a career here. Let me just read off some of Tim's accomplishments. First of all, he's married to Robin. He's a devout Christian. He has 3 children, 4 grandchildren. And here we go. He's a crazy.
Got the whole set.
He says he's a crazy Alabama fan. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Yeah, there you go. See, he's going to start. He's got a bachelor's in PE and a health and a minor in secondary education from Trevecca Nazarene University. He's got a master's of education from Trevecca Nazarene University, all in the lovely state of Tennessee. Throughout his career, he taught grades 6 through 9 in Hardin County Middle School in Savannah for a total of 22 years. Also is a basketball coach of 26 years as a head coach, both middle school and high school. Then he moved to California in 2007 and taught 1 year at West Valley Christian. Taught 1 year special ed at Chatsworth High. Is that the Bulldogs? Is that the Chatsworth Bulldogs?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. And then he goes on to teach for 4 years at the Lab, Los Angeles Baptist in West Hills.
LAB.
Yeah, now called Heritage. I also was the head coach of basketball there. Taught 1 year at Grace Brethren in Simi Valley, as well as the head boys basketball coach there. Tried to start a SPED program there, which is a special education program for those who don't understand. But the principal was against it. Wow. Taught 9 years at Transitional Education Lead at Trinity Classical Academy in the Imago Dei program. And then is the co-founder of Agape Village for 4 years with his partner, Jessica Escorza. He is now, see you later, Mike.
See you later.
See you later, Mike. Yeah.
Nice meeting you again, Tim. War Eagle.
Oh.
Yeah. So he's celebrating 40 years in the educational system. That's amazing. So, wow. So I guess now we can get into Steve's question, which is like, how did you do it?
Yeah, man, it's like it just creeped up on me, and we were finishing the year up, actually the last week of school there, and I'm like, it hit me. Oh my goodness, this is finishing year number 40 because I started in 1985. Was my first year teaching. I got into teaching because I absolutely loved basketball. I, you know, would rather play basketball than eat, if you can believe that. So I needed to teach in order to coach basketball. And then once I got into teaching, just really started having a love for special education. I was part of a chapter special ed program there in Tennessee, and then predominantly taught gen ed. And then luckily got to teach a year of special ed at Chatsworth, and that was a wonderful experience. Sadly, a better experience than some of the Christian schools, which is a sad case, but just had a really good experience there. The director of special ed um, had a heart for the student. I got to do a special program they started for students with learning disabilities that, for whatever reason, they weren't going to graduate. Either they couldn't pass the Casey or their 2 math credits. So I taught Algebra 1 geometry to those students, and it was an amazing experience. Then went to LAB. My sons were there. My youngest son graduated from there. And then right at that time, they sold to Heritage. So, Heritage is putting all of their faculty and staff in there. And the football coach and one of my assistant coaches had gone to Grace Brethren. So I got an interview over there, and in the interview, we need you to teach, a year of advanced math and be the head basketball coach. And I'm like, well, I really want to start a special ed program. And the athletic director and I had already talked about that. So I did that for a whole year. And then at the end of the year, when you go in for your post eval and talk about what you're going to do next year, we want you to do the same thing. And I'm like, what about special ed? And well, we don't think there's a place for that here. And no filter before I thought or anything. I said, well, then there's not a place for me.
Wow.
So then I ended up at Trinity because they were progressing the Imago Dei program with older students, and then started a transitional program for graduates as well. But we just noticed a big need for, parents would say, hey, we're getting, so excited about graduation, like you were just mentioning, Sebastian. And then the very next thing is, now what? Now what? Now what? And all of the public schools, the day they turn 22, they're
Out.
no longer serving. So we didn't like that. We want to be there for as long as people need us. We've had some that were, advanced through the program and higher functioning and went on and got jobs and moved on and became more independent, which is fantastic. But then for those that maybe are less independent, we want to be there as long as they need us. We have one that she's going to turn 50 this year. We have another young man that's 40. So we're super excited about that. Most of our clients are between 20 and 25, but we're so excited that we don't have an age limit, and we're there for as long as they need us for teaching life skills, social skills, job skills, all of those things. I could ran on and on and on, but I don't want to get ahead of any of your questions. That I know you have some questions.
I have a question. I do have a question, Tim.
Yes.
Are your children special educated? Are they special needs?
We have all across the board. We have
No. I meant you personally as a father.
Oh, okay. So what's your question?
Are your children special needs?
All three of my kids are gen ed.
So they're normal.
I don't think there is such a thing, but they are gen ed.
So what's interesting here is
You know what I'm saying? You know
a
what I'm
lot of
saying?
people, yeah, it's my stepson, severely autistic, 29 years old, soon to be 30, will never be independent.
Right.
And what I understand about a program like this, first off, for you not to come from that kind of background is amazing because it finds us usually. We don't find it.
Yeah.
And
Right.
the calling, and to understand that sometimes the most important thing for these children, because a lot of times inside they're children, outside they get getting older.
Sure.
The socialization, the talking in the background, the connection with other people, the being around, other people, like just to be around other people, period, actually, is so important for their socialization, to calm their nerves, to give them something to look forward to. And you're filling a gap, and that's what it is now. You notice that, and you spoke about that, where the government doesn't care. There's it's a need that you're servicing, which is amazing. And I'm glad someone like you, who started off coaching basketball and had to teach to do your passion. Now your passion is kind of changed as you probably still love basketball, but it's amazing how you've taken that and turned it into something like Agape to be there for the community. I salute you.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
just more curious, Tim, your children are normal and healthy, let's say. What brought you to this area of your life? Was there a family member? Was there an issue with some friends and family? What made you decide to go into special education to help these children?
No, I don't think there's any one thing like that. Um, I I would say one Bible verse that is just constantly resonated with me, is what you've done for the least of these, you have done unto me. And I think that is a calling for us to put ourselves aside, um, and help those that may not be able to help themselves in certain ways. When way back when we were in school, my sister's 2 years older than I am, and we didn't have labels for things back then. And looking back, we know that she had a learning disability, and it was really hard on her because our parents, great God-fearing parents, and do your homework, you're going to make A's and B's, and she couldn't. It was not in her ability. And I think maybe subconsciously I know that weighed on me because high school was easy for me. I graduated when I was 16. And watching her and how she struggled. And back then we didn't have all the tools. Teachers didn't have the tools and the training to help, like we do now in so many different ways.
And the numbers were so fewer back then.
So few. Yeah.
And now it's 1 out of 20. It's just keeps getting more advanced, and the numbers keep going up. Also, the verse I like is take care of the widows and the orphans.
Yep.
Your faith-based school has to do with helping those who need the help, to be available for those who don't have what they need to get by and enjoy this life.
Yeah.
And you're offering something that's incredible.
I forgot to mention that Steve in his past life was a pastor.
No,
No, what were you?
just a minister.
Just a minister. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. I don't know how many people called me to preach, but God never did. So that wasn't in my, but I did feel called to teach. I did feel that. And my dad is a preacher. He'll be 90 this year and still preaches a couple of times a month to fill in down in Alabama. So, would that kind of background is just invaluable. That instills those morals and values into our hearts, and not just instills it into us, but the earnest desire to share it with others, which is what Christ called us to do, without a doubt. But I will say, the biggest thing is when I started working with special ed, having done so much of both gen ed, special ed, the rewards and the gratitude from special education are just phenomenal. Whereas the flip side of that, you deal with entitlement, attitudes. This is, even when I was
Usual.
gen ed, I had the word that's outlawed in this class is boring or bored. You're not allowed to say that because you're wonderfully and fearfully made in the image of God. And if you say you're bored, you're saying he messed up. So we don't use that word. But our special ed guys, they're never bored. They always bring joy. You think you're going to go in and give to them, but it's usually the opposite. Yes, we teach and we train, but as far as feeding off of them and their positive energy is just invaluable.
It's a lawful exchange,
Yes,
and it keeps it going.
it does. Yeah, yeah. It's an unsaid reciprocity for sure.
So Tim, on inside Rare Givers, we have a men's group, and Steve and I, we handle groups like this. We talk to other men inside this space of caregiving, rare giving, as they say, because you're dealing with rare and special needs. As a father that has been called to this area of your life, I'm just wondering, how do you feel on a daily basis when you're going in there knowing that, hey, there's nothing really going on for these kids at a certain age, provided by the state, and we're grateful that the state took care of us at this level to have the education.
Right.
As you're extending that into their 20s and 30s, 50s, can you tell us how you feel like as a father dealing with other children on a daily basis with the parents and the program that you're providing?
It's just a remarkable experience. Both, from the outlook of fatherhood and then as a teacher as well. It's just an amazing opportunity. I go in with a positive feeling every day, not just because of my personality, but because I know what I'm going to get from them. But I would say lately, there's days that Jess and I have had uneasy feelings and being overwhelmed because we knew the need was great. We didn't know how big the need was.
Huge.
We started with 7. We're going to be at, I believe, 24 in August. And if we had a viable facility, we would be at 50 overnight and then 100 by the end of that year.
Easily.
That's just how big the need is. They need somewhere, and not just, they do need somewhere to go, but we see other aspects of this where there are groups that basically is like glorified Uber, which is better than nothing because at least they get them out and take them somewhere. But everything we do is intentional. And then by the time Thursday or Friday rolls around, you start to see fatigue because they've been constantly mentally and physically engaged for the entire week. So there's always that connection that they're expected to have, and they yearn for it. Some days are challenging, just like all of us as adults. We have days where we're just not feeling it, and they have days where blocking sets in and
We're
frustration.
familiar.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, but it is no different than all of us. They may express it differently, but life hits us all in the teeth sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
So can you just for the viewers, can you just tell us what's a normal day at Agape Village like? Because you have, it seems that you have a wide spectrum of ages. And I would
Yeah.
imagine that they all require something different, right? I mean, you're not just like grouping them in a class and saying, okay, it's time to get out your history books, let's go, right? I mean, can you
Right.
just tell us what you guys do?
Right. No, there was some of that when I was at Trinity, and then, you get to a certain point, and going back to us as adults, I don't need any more math. I don't need any more social studies, geography. I don't need any more. What I need is how to interact with others, how to perform on a job, how to maintain a consistent lifestyle on how we eat, how we exercise. So that's how we are approaching what we're doing at Agape Village. So we're open Monday through Friday. Monday through Thursday are full days. So they will be from 9 to 3. Friday is a half day. And within those clients that we have, we're we're pretty much in 2 or 3 groups throughout the day, because right now we have 3 full-time staff, 1 part-time, and we've already interviewed another, so we know that we're growing fast and we want to be able to keep up with it. So, for example, on Tuesdays and Fridays, we run our coffee shop.
What?
We run our coffee shop on Tuesdays and Fridays.
Wait a minute, you guys actually have a coffee shop
We have a full functioning coffee shop
at
where
the school? Like
at the school every Tuesday and Friday, anybody can come get free coffee, and it's super
free,
coffee. It's not,
free.
yeah. I said, if we're going to do coffee, we're not doing the cheap stuff. So we actually have a good partnership with Joshua Tree Coffee, which
Oh,
is right outside Joshua Tree Park. They roast it. I mean, so many people have said it's the best coffee they ever had.
now do your students, do they run that, or do you like hire people to run that? How does that work?
All students,
Really?
yes. But there's not enough room for everybody because they would be running over each other. It would be a safety factor. So I have a group that does that. And then the ones that are left, we would go to Children's Hunger Fund. We go to the Oasis Center. We go to Valencia Hills Church, different places where we can volunteer within the community. But yeah, the coffee shop, they grind it. We get in whole beans, they grind it, they brew it, they set up the whole station outside. We have a coffee station, tea station, put all the condiments out there.
Wow.
We have one client that we call her our kitchen manager, and she gets a couple of others to help her, and she makes a coffee cake and a breakfast casserole that we also give away with the coffee every Friday.
Wonderful.
Free.
Absolutely wonderful.
Free breakfast?
Yeah, free.
Oh man.
Have you ever seen the movie To Sir with Love with Sidney Poitier? And he was a teacher in England, and he realized his students didn't need what they were giving him as far as the education. What they needed to do was learn how to manage a budget. They needed to learn so the skills to help them in their daily life that they did not know.
Yeah.
And what you're doing is you're taking that to the level of your clients, and it's amazing what you're doing, what I'm hearing. I love it.
Yeah. Well, and like I said, we also have the heat press business. I had some clients come in today and knock out. We did a job for the Oasis Center. We did a job for uh, a lady that teaches hot yoga. Oh, and we also did our shirts for summer session. One of our own students designed the logo So we put it on there and I put her name, kind of like an artist would sign their,
Wonderful.
and they came in and did that. Even though we're out of session, they came in and knocked that out. So the goal here is that we can secure either a large enough facility to house the businesses and continue our transitional education, or get an additional facility, and then where we are now would just become functioning businesses. So the next thing on my plate is apply for a resale license, and then our businesses become, I call it the Pinocchio business, real business, where we now can employ these higher functioning clients. Like I said, the kitchen manager and those that are so good at setting up the coffee, then they would become employees for these businesses.
So let me get this straight. You have free coffee. Yeah.
Excellent coffee. And we also, because it's summer, I've also added my own Southern recipe sweet tea to the menu for an Arnold Palmer.
You have my attention.
Wow. Definitely. So are you taking your clients and teaching them how to be employees in the workforce?
Yes.
You're
Yes.
giving them viable skills.
And so
They set everything up, they run it, they clean everything up.
do you guys have partnerships in the city? Do you do that with other companies?
No. So here's the hard part for us right now. The local would love for us to do that.
What's the local?
The local pub and grill.
Oh, okay.
But we cannot volunteer at a for-profit business. It's against the law. So we can't
So
do.
if I'm watching this broadcast and I've got a big property, are there tax advantages for me to let you use it?
100%. We're a 501c3 tax deductible nonprofit.
So what I'd like to see this community do is pull together and focus on helping you, because it would benefit them. It benefits your clients. You have a beautiful business model. Absolutely. And it could do nothing but grow.
Yeah.
So are you ready for that?
We've been ready. I
Good.
mean, seeing what has happened on Fridays, there's a group of senior pickleball players that they come and hang out, and they ordered matching shirts for their pickleball club. There are other special needs group that the respite workers bring them and they hang out. We set up tables and chairs out on the courtyard at the mall, and people just come hang out. They usually start getting there around 9:30 to 11:30 every Friday. Now I will say, because we're in summer session, we won't be there on Fridays until August. But we are going to have some Thursdays. Our summer sessions are going to be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So we're going to bump coffee to Thursday. So those of you that are listening, hop on our website, agape-village.org, and Jess has got the schedules on there. And any of you that would, reach out to us with an email and she'll add you to our newsletter. She does a fantastic job on a monthly newsletter.
Now I've been on your website. I downloaded a lot of stuff.
Cool.
I have some questions, because if you didn't hear, I'm super excited. We're going to be attending in the summer.
Yes.
We attended last summer, which was fantastic. Had some great field trips and got to meet a lot of the staff. I want to give a special shout out to your partner, Jessica. That's my Arizona girl, man.
Yes.
Go Devils. I'm sure she's going to love that.
Yeah. Well, also too, besides that, you read off my bio there from Trevecca Nazarene University. A lot of people don't know that Trevecca is a sister school to Point Loma, and
Okay.
just graduated from Point Loma.
Ah. Look at that, a little history there. Nice.
Yeah, a lot of connections. Yeah.
All right, so I'm looking at the syllabus and the stuff like that, which you can get online, and the dates for enrollment. Obviously, space is limited. But what do you guys do? I was looking at it, it says you guys work out. You guys actually go to a gym.
Yep.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. So ironically, another connection is Jess and I both are physical education, health, and kines majors, both of us. So we both love every aspect of what we do. I kind of started the businesses, but she has just as much love for that as I do. But since we have so many, we can't all go the same places. So she handles all of the workouts. Every client that is there for at least 4 days a week has a Gold's Gym membership. They give us a good deal where they
Wait,
they knock off the initial I forget what they call it. And anyway, you just pick up with $20 a month, and then we just add it to our contract. So they work really good with us. And then Jess is going, like this year, she went at least 3 times a week so that everybody got to go. No matter how our groups were divided up, everybody got to go to Gold Gym.
so
And some went twice a week,
so included with the tuition, you get a gym membership.
100%.
And you guys take these clients of yours over to the gym and they work out
Yes, sir.
with the weights and the machines.
Everything.
Wow.
They rotate it. So they'll do free weights, they'll do
Perfect. Wow.
machines. And then
He just became a Gold's member.
oh, cool. And
I
they
joined
also-
through my, I have Kaiser for my health insurance, and they have a
Okay.
thing called One Pass. And look into that also. It allows you to go to pretty much any gym because they're all corporate owned.
Yeah.
And
Gold's has been really good to us, and they also just added a turf section, which our kids love. They can, they can do medicine balls, they can push the sled.
they walk there too.
Also,
Yeah, they do.
there's also a separate room up there that's got a upstairs that has a parquet floor, so you can go in there and do group workouts. So
Wonderful.
everything is good there.
That's a huge. That's big shout out to Gold's Gym in Santa Clarita.
Yes.
Golds.
Thank you, Golds. I mean, that's amazing. I can't wait for that.
We'd like to see Golds give everyone a t-shirt.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe they'll use us to make them. Yeah, we can make their t-shirts and tanks for them.
This is my therapy dog. Sorry,
This is Sophia.
this is interrupting the podcast. Sorry.
Tucker's usually down here with me, but he went upstairs with mom.
Yeah, this dog's in love with Steve. Care less about me. Just uses me as a step. So you guys at this program, Agape, go over this. Come on, she's just crazy. That's a love relationship there. So at Agape, you guys are teaching your clients how to become productive member of society by learning business skills, customer service skills, volunteership, and you also provide academia as well as fitness. And your course is religious based, correct?
Yeah, so once a week, we're non-denominational, but once a week we will have Bible class. This year I taught that on Mondays. So every Monday we had Bible class. Most of the clients absolutely love it. We don't have anybody that's against it. If ever there were, they could, omit that hour of the day, or if they're part-time, they don't come that day, and it's not required. It does not bother us a bit. We just want it there to create the whole person. And then also you touched on it too, that we do a lot of volunteer work. We also want to teach our clients that, hey, because we're nonprofit, we're asking people to help support us. And in that case, that means we also have to give back in every way that we can give back. So the coffee shop, we volunteer at Valencia Hills. We go in on Mondays and take all the chairs out of the sanctuary, empty all the trash that's left from church. We volunteer at Children's Hunger Fund, the Oasis Center. And
Now,
that's
I got a
another
question.
thing for your viewers. Anybody that has a nonprofit opportunity, we need opportunities to go and serve. We want to go and serve others.
There you go. There we go.
Yes.
I have a question for you. How is Agape Village mentoring this um, volunteership at these other places? Are they given specific roles like jobs when they volunteer?
It's now when we go to Valencia Hills, yes, we have specific roles that we do because we already know what we're going to do when we get there. Other than special events like Easter, we helped pack over 2,000 eggs, with candy for Easter. That was a lot of fun. And then also, help around Christmas time with they also we also did, they just had I can't remember what it was, but they have these baby bottles that we filled with change left from our coffee shop and then took back to the church to help uh, young mothers that are in need. Maybe they don't have money to buy diapers or whatever. So we were able to do that. Children's Hunger Fund, it can be all over the board. We can be packing food boxes, we can be making soup packages, uh, anything and everything when we go there. So we have lots of different things we do at Children's Hunger Fund. We just need more places because, like I said, we can't go into the for-profit business.
We'll help you however we can with that. Chris has a lot of contacts in town.
No,
I do not.
no.
And what you have going is a beautiful program.
I every time I talk to Tim, he has more information. He like withholds a lot of information. And I've been in his school, I've been in his office, been at his friend's house. He keeps everything close to the vest. So Tim, you had mentioned that you're looking to expand.
Yeah.
I did some research, and of course I've been to a couple of your sermons and fundraising opportunities. Can you tell us the fundraising goal and what that money is going to be used for, as well as where can one donate?
Yeah, so as Chris said, we are in the middle of a campaign that we launched back in August. So we're almost wrapping up our first year. It's a 2-year campaign.
Nice.
The financial goal was 600,000. And that is divided into different categories of needs. Number one we had was a big need for transportation because when we would go places, we're trying to set the bus schedule, get everybody a tap card, which we did, but it's still kind of a hassle. So we needed vans. We had a church in Texas that donated a van, and my son and I flew down there and drove the thing back. God got us home safe because we needed to do about, I think we put about 10,000 into it to get it up and safe. So it's a good van. And then just the grace of God, a couple months ago, we were able to buy two almost new used Honda vans. So we now have 3 vans, and we didn't touch any of our campaign money. That's how much God has blessed what we're doing at Agape Village. We've never borrowed a dime, and we've never been in the red because of the grace of God. So that was a big need. The other need is staffing, because as we grow, we're going to need more staff, and then facilities. We also had part of that campaign. People that know us know that one of our founding families, almost a year into our first year, their daughter, Madison Perry, passed away. We lost her. She was getting ready for school and had a heart problem that nobody even knew about. And that's another part of our campaign is they donated $20,000 to maintain a campaign so that anybody can come to Agape regardless of their ability to pay, because that was that family's goal is to see that Agape Village and the spirit of Agape Village continues so that whoever wants to come can come.
Wow. So that's kind of like, what do they call that? Not a memorial fund, but when someone's gifted education, it's called a
Scholarship fund.
thank you, scholarship.
Yeah. Yeah,
Steve,
we do call it, I will say we call it a memorial fund because they also, they're very supportive. And if, something came up where we had to have that money for something else, it can be used. They're just still a big part of, and always will be a part of Agape Village, the Perry family, for sure.
So we're needing 600K
Yep.
for expansion.
And with the money that's come in and what's been pledged, we have almost a third of that already.
Fantastic. So
Yeah.
where can we go online to donate, or can we just go into the school and drop off a suitcase full of cash?
Yes, either way. You can walk right into Agape Village, or if you go to our website, on the homepage, there's a QR code there you can scan that takes you to our.
Give us the website for someone who's watching this and has no idea anything about your location, so they can, if they wish, donate something.
Yeah.
Yeah, our website is agape-village.org. Agape-village.org.
That's a cool landing page. All the kids are up front. I just went on it. Isn't that cool?
Yeah. I think Jess was actually updating that today.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
And you're located in the mall or near the mall?
Yeah, and I got to give a shout out to Christine at the mall. She's the lease manager there. She's just been a godsend to us, and she does everything she can to see that we get to stay and to let everybody know how valuable we are to the mall. She's just been such a blessing. We're right behind Salitas Tacos in the spot where Jim Burry used to be. So perfect location. We went in and did a complete build out, built a complete kitchen with washer, dryer, everything that they need. In the back of the room, we put our heat press station. We have 2 heat presses, a mug press, a sublimation printer. So we got a lot of stuff going on. But the mall has been very good to us. Very good. And we love it there. I mean, how could you beat that location?
Plenty of parking, huh?
Yeah, you can't beat the location.
That's great.
Very nice.
Well,
I'm impressed. You have my attention. I am impressed.
so thank you again to what's the name of the mall? What's the name of the mall?
Centennial Mall now.
What's it
Just
called?
Valencia
Centennial?
Mall, yeah. It was
Formerly known as-
Westfield, but Westfield sold it to Centennial. So
So we're located behind Solita's restaurant.
Yep.
At the newly owned, say the name again, mall?
Centennial.
Centennial, formerly known as Westfield. And that's let's see here. Your address is 24201 Valencia Boulevard, number 3402, and that's Valencia, California 91355. Your program directors are Mr. Tim and Jessica, and you can reach out to them directly on the website at agapevillage.org. So that's agape-village.org. Wow, I'm even more excited than the last time I was down there. So I mean, it just seems like the program keeps getting more expansive and better. So I'm sure that Sebastian's going to have an amazing summer and really getting jacked up for fall.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us this evening.
Oh, thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it so much.
All right. So listen, we really want your support, Facebook, YouTube, who's
Yes.
ever out there listening. We want you to go donate today at agape-village.org and donate even $1, or if you just really just want to come check out if you don't believe it. As you said, they have a coffee shop down there that works, I think, once a week. In the summer session, going to be beginning, I believe, the week of June 17th.
Yep.
And they're going to be moving that coffee to Thursday mornings for a couple hours. And so go down there, have a cup of coffee, make a donation there, or just hang out and just check out the facility and see if it's for you. Now, Tim, I got to ask before we go, how does one get enrolled? Is there a wait list now? Can we just get in? Can you tell the viewers just a quick procedure?
Yeah, we do have a wait list that is just strictly for nothing but facilities. There's not enough room to get everybody in there that we need in there. So we do have a wait list. Come in and see us, meet myself and Miss E, we call her, Jessica. If it's something you're interested in, we will add you to our wait list, add you to our newsletter. We'll get your email, phone number, contact information. And then once people are moved up the list, if you're close to joining, we usually schedule at least one or maybe two shadow visit days where the client will just come in and join the class for a whole day. And then we'll set up another meeting with parents and say, how did it go? What do you think you got from the program? Is it something you like? And then we can also say, hey, we don't really see that this is for that we can really help. They may be so far advanced we can't help. But it gives us a chance to correlate and be honest so that people just don't jump into something that is not really for them. Although we haven't found that. We found everybody loves it and wants to be part of it.
Oh, you just reminded me something. We're going to go over. I don't care. Here's the thing. Now, this is not a state-funded or supported program. This is a pay-to-go-to type of school. However, Tim, I want you to talk about how people can get this program.
Yes.
Tell us again about how it's very simple to get this for free.
Yes, so we are tuition based. We don't get any money from the government. We do have a company, Lamolo Bay in Washington. A good friend of ours is helping us by writing some grants for us, but we rely strictly on tuition, donation, and grants. All of our clients are registered with the Regional Center. Please, if you haven't already, register your child with self-determination. Through self-determination, we qualify as a 331 service, and all of our programs can be paid for. Right now, 75% of our clients get 100% of tuition paid for through SDP and the regional center. So talk to your regional center representative. They'll set you up with an FMS company to get that paid for. So you're not having to pay out of pocket. And then that also, the cool thing about that too, is that also frees up families that they can make a donation. Because now, their tax money, I tell them it's their money anyway. It's your tax money sitting in SDP funds. So then that's paid for, and then that frees them up so they can feel good about making a personal donation to Agape Village, because tuition only pays about 60% of our costs. So we rely on, donation grants for the rest of it.
So I can attest to the viewers. We're in the SDP program. We have a great relationship with Regional Center. And
Yes.
what we did was we added that to our annual budget as an ask. We said we would love the opportunity to go to this school. This is how much it's going to be. And the process was reviewed and granted based on Sebastian's needs. So
Yeah.
it is a complicated service to get started in Regional Center, if you know, but I guarantee you it's worth it if you just keep staying in there and keep jabbing and get what you need for your child. And then one of the benefits is Agape Village. So that's amazing, Tim. We love what you and Jessica are doing out there, and I'm excited. I'm excited for you. I'm excited for the expansion. I'm excited to have more children and men and women like Sebastian have a place to go to continue their life, and not
Right.
just be on the couch or playing video games or doing nothing. So that's amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys. It's been such a pleasure. And as you can tell, I get excited talking about what we do because I did say I taught 40 years. This has been the best 4. It's so rewarding. We absolutely love what we get to do.
That's awesome.
And agape is the highest form of love.
Yes, yes. Anybody that knows how to pronounce it, they know what it is.
Well, maybe you can get secondhand Steve down there to do a special ministry session one day. You never know.
Oh, you give us a lesson on the many words of Greek love. I think they have about 5 different words for love, where we only have 1.
3. They got 3.
Okay.
Challenge accepted. Here we go.
There you go. Yes.
All right, Mr. Smith, thank you so much. And for all of you people watching, thank you for tuning in to a man's journey with, I'm your host, Christopher Velona.
I'm secondhand Steve. Hero support.
That's right. You always have to have a support system, and we appreciate you for tuning in. You can always rewatch this broadcast here on Facebook Live until they dump it into they're getting rid of all the Facebook Lives, but you can always rewatch it on YouTube. It's going to be uploaded in the coming days. So also you can just reach out to Tim directly on the website, as well as his partner Jessica. So remember, it's agape-village.org.
And if you're having trouble with the regional center, send us an email.
Yeah, we'll help you.
We'll do whatever we can to be of service.
Yeah. So
Perfect.
you guys have any questions or comments, just let us know. You can always reach out to us there's so many emails. We are now at men@raregivers.global for our Gmail. So just reach out to Steve and I at men@raregivers.global, and we'll get back to you as soon as we possibly can. Okay. All right. So
Thank you, Tim.
what a great interview, Tim. Great information. Look forward to seeing you guys, and make sure you get your coffee down there. Wow. I gotta go. All right, man.
God is good.
Yeah.
Carry on.